just jump straight into the storytelling session. Okay, now during this whole story that you're telling me, I will not interrupt you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I will not interrupt. But wherever you're telling stories, I will take some notes, and at the end of the story, I will give you a feedback as to how did you tell the story and what all improvements, if there are, what all improvements you could have done or you could do. Okay. Yeah. Now, yeah, for this session, just hold your mouthpiece near your mouth so that I'm extra clear as to what you're telling.
Okay, sir. Sir, Diwali, uh, Diwali is the biggest festival in India, uh, and the Diwali is known as Deepavali also. And sir, the practice of bursting and the practice of bursting crackers, uh, you know, so there is a two way behind the significance of breaking bursting crackers. One is mythological, and second one is uh, cultural. So first, I'm going to tell you mythological region. So mythological region, we have three region. First is that it is the victory over the victory of light over the darkness. This is first reason. Uh, uh, and second reason is that uh, Lord Ram Lord Ram arrived on this day. As you know that uh, Lord Ram is spending 40 years of his exile. So because of this, the people of Ayodhya, they paved roads. They 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 decorated the roads with flowers. uh, they installed the flags. They lighted earthen lamps. And sir, and sir, third one is that behind this uh, behind this the practice of busting crackers, that on this uh, uh, Lord Krishna, Lord Krishna kills demon Narkasur. So these are the three mythological reasons, and apart from that, the, there is a uh, uh, cultural reason. So over that time, the practice of bursting cracker has become culture norms associated with Diwali. And and sir, it another symbol of joy. The bursting of crackers, it is a way of people. It is a way of people of express their joy. People on this day, they gathered with their family member, with their relative, and by gathering they burst crackers, and this is how they made and they make this festival. So sir, I have prepared this.
This is how they make this festival. That's not a complete sentence. This is how they make this
इस
festival. What does that mean?
इस प्रकार लोग इस त्योहार को मनाते हैं।
ओके, मनाते हैं आपने सीधा सीधा अंग्रेजी में मेक दिस फेस्टिवल में
Make
कन्वर्ट कर दिया।
this is how they
फेस्टिवल
celebrate this festival.
celebrate, yeah, that is what I was looking. This is how they celebrate. Okay, this is how they celebrate. बहुत अच्छा अरविंद, बहुत ही अच्छा बोला आपने। एंड यू brought in so many new words when you actually were telling this story. Okay.
Yes, sir.
uh,
I saw these words, sir, in Google. So I wrote them down in my diary. So
एब्सोल्युटली एब्सोल्यूट, देखिए यही ये पावर होता है, ये शक्ति होती है कहानी की। जब आप कहानी सुनाते हो ना, तो कहानी में जब व्हेन यू गेट द वर्ड्स इन द स्टोरी, आपको मीनिंग भी पता चलता है और उसको कैसे उसका प्रयोग करना है, इवन दैट यू गेट टू नो। ओके, सो दिस इज द प्रैक्टिस दैट यू डोंट हैव टू डू विथ मी। दिस इज द प्रैक्टिस यू कैन डू अलोन विथ योर सेल्फ ऑन योर मोबाइल। हमारे भारत में कहानियों की कमी है क्या? वी हैव मिलियंस एंड मिलियंस ऑफ स्टोरीज। Okay, you can prepare these 5 minute stories or 3 minute stories and record yourself and see the performance. Okay, now there are some feedbacks I will. बहुत अच्छा बात क्या लगा आपके आपके जो स्पीच में सबसे अच्छी बात, आपने पढ़ा नहीं, आपने याद करके नहीं बोला, आपने मेमोरी से बोला। ओके, यू read it but you didn't have the text in front of you. You told it from your memory, whatever you could remember. That
whatever
is
whatever
one.
is whatever is popping in my mind, I
Absolutely.
revealed it.
Yes, yes, that is what you told. That is one thing. Second thing, as I told, wonderful vocabulary. Earthen pots. Okay, earthen pots. मैंने दिया, हम लोगों ने हमेशा दिया दिया बोलते हैं.
Yes, sir.
But I'm sorry, not earthen pots. Earthen lamps. You
Other
told.
lamps, yes, sir.
Earthen lamps. ठीक है, earthen मतलब जो मिट्टी से बना होता है. Earthen. EARTHERN. Earthen lamps. डिमॉन, डिमॉन बोला आपने, दैट इज अ वेरी नाइस वर्ड। राक्षस को डिमॉन बोलते हैं, लेकिन पंक्चुएशन में गलती है। डी मन, डीमन।
Demon.
यस, डीमन। ये चैट बॉक्स में देखिए, डीमॉन नहीं, आपने बोला डीमॉन, ये डी मन होता है। ओके, सेकेंड वाला ठीक है, प्रोनाउंस कीजिए उसको।
Demon.
Demon. Okay. Lord Krishna killed the demon, and that is one of the reasons why we celebrate Deepavali. And what was the other one? This is how we make the festival. Yes, that is one correct. Now, there are some of the pronunciation errors that I would want to correct. Demon तो एक था, ठीक है, और ये आप फिर से bursting, bursting now, फिर से एक बार इसको
Bursting.
प्रोनाउंस कीजिए, हाँ प्रोनाउंस कीजिए
Bust,
इसको।
bursting.
बर्स्टिंग, इसको कैसे प्रोनाउंस करते हैं?
Bursting.
आप
Bursting.
कीजिए बर्स्टिंग। ओके, बस्टिंग,
Yes, sir.
बर्स्टिंग, बर्स्ट नहीं, BUSS भी नहीं आता है उसमें। मैंने लास्ट टाइम भी मैंने आपसे कहा था,
Yes, sir.
र
Yes.
र साउंड सुनाई नहीं देता जब आप बोलते हो, बट व्हेन यू टेल इट, द यू मेक एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट टू शो दैट देयर इज एन आर देयर। बर
Yes,
बर
yes.
स्टिंग बोलते थे, र तो सुनाई नहीं चाहिए, यू यू डोंट हैव टू हियर र साउंड। अगर वो नहीं सुनाई दे रहा है तब आप प्रोनाउंस ठीक से कर रहे हैं। बर्स्टिंग, bursting crackers. Okay, now there is one more sentence you told. This is something that I would want you to correct. Now you told this sentence.
I'm spending.
I'm sorry, 40, जो आपने पहली बार कहा था ना उसको मैंने लिख दिया है, 14, 14 साल। राम spending 40 years in exile. Now you told spending.
Yes, yes.
What is the correct grammar here?
I'm spending 40.
No, 14 years in exile.
Yeah,
राम spending 14 years in
14
exile.
years in exile. Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो यहाँ पे स्पेंडिंग का फॉर्म गलत है, वर्ब फॉर्म गलत है। हम लोग पास्ट टेंस की बात कर रहे हैं,
Yes,
तो
sir.
व्हाट?
Spent.
एब्सोल्युटली, एब्सोल्युटली, राम spent 14 years in exile. and he was coming back, and that is exactly the reason we celebrate Diwali. Okay, so and celebration of or victory of lightness over darkness,
Yes,
the victory of light over dark.
yes,
बहुत खूब अरविंद, आपने अच्छी कोशिश की और आपने अच्छा बताया इसको. So see, look at the amount of vocabulary that you have collected just by this one story. Okay. Now, you told me that you teach social studies and English, isn't it?
yes,
Social studies is full of stories, isn't it?
yes, sir.
Isn't it? Now, generally, when you teach your kids, what is your method of teaching social studies to your kids? How do you teach your
So
kids?
first I explain them by by telling a story that
Okay.
this is our great ruler,
Huh.
and they fought this war, and they used this technique.
Huh.
Okay. So, and after that I read the lesson to my students because of
Okay.
because because I want to get to produce some curiosity among the student. So that's why
Yes.
I explain them by narrating a story.
Absolutely wonderful. That is the way social studies is taught. In fact, even I remember our teacher, my teacher's name, I still remember my history teacher's name. उनका नाम था द्विवेदी सर. Okay, Divedi, Chaturvedi, and all the Divedi, and in that form, Divedi sir tha unka naam. So even he used to apply the same technique, but his stories were not very clear. It was not interesting how he told. So, but until what class do you take your history lessons? Until what class do you teach social studies?
Until the recent class that I have
No,
taken,
no, 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 no. Listen to my question first, clearly. Until what class do you teach social studies?
I teach up to 8 standard.
Up to 8 standards. Okay. So आपने up to का यूज किया. ठीक है. मेरा सवाल था until what classes. आप until भी यूज कर सकते हो.
I teach
Okay.
until
I
8th class.
Yes, I teach social studies until 8th standard or up to students of 8th standard. Both are fine. Okay. Generally, when you teach English to your students, Arvind, in your class, when you teach English, are there people, some people at least, who are better in English than the other people? Who are some people who might have come from a good background, an English speaking background. Are there students who are better than some students in English in your class?
Sir, first of all, I want to tell you that uh, all the students they comes from rural area,
Okay.
but sir, some of them, especially girls are good at English. They want to learn English, and when I give them task, you have to speak in this English. So some of the girls they are ready to speak. But sir, but when it comes to boys, they always make excuse. Sir, we don't speak, we cannot speak English. We cannot understand English.
Typical boys mentality. They don't want to work hard. Probably girls are more hardworking than the boys, I think, in your
Yes,
class.
yes,
No problem. No problem. Okay, fine. I think now the holidays and all are over. All the schools are open now in your village, I think.
yes, sir.
How many schools are there in your village apart from your private school? Are there any government schools or are there any other private schools also in
There,
the vicinity? In the vicinity, have you heard this word vicinity?
Vicinity.
Yes,
No, sir. I am not.
Vicinity. Vicinity. Okay, vicinity.
What is the meaning of vicinity?
विसिनिटी का मतलब मैं आपको सेंटेंस अभी बोलता हूं फिर से, ठीक है? आप मेरे को बताइए इसका मीनिंग क्या है। ओके, हाउ मेनी मोर schools are there in your vicinity?
Vicinity means maybe, sir. It can be area.
Yes, your surrounding area. Okay, now how many more schools are there in your vicinity?
Apart from my
Vicinity.
school, apart from my school,
Apart from your school, how many more schools are there in your
there
vicinity?
are four schools in my vicinity,
Absolutely wonderful. Yeah.
and two of them are private, and two of them are government.
Okay, great. Have you generally when there are many schools in the same area, you generally go for some kind of a competition, maybe sports or cultural, which is conducted between these schools. Generally a inter-school competition, a sports competition, or a cultural setup. Do you have anything going on in your schools as well, these schools?
No such activity is conducted between between these four schools.
Absolutely not.
Not sir.
Okay, now because see, Arvind, why I'm asking this to you is
Yeah, yes, sir.
generally to create a sense of competition. Generally there will be inter-school competitions, maybe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What are the activities that you do when there is an inter-school? There is nothing of that sort that happens.
Sir, when when it comes the day, Independence Day, the Republic Day,
during
uh,
during
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 during this day, you know, there is a private there is one private school who send their children to participate in government schools program.
Okay.
Okay, so they interact their student in one program, and this is how they conduct their program. But sir,
Oh,
if we talk about my school, and there is one other school, so they don't send, and they don't organize such type of activity.
they don't organize such type of activities, but it is very important.
Yes,
Okay, at least tell me this one. Within your schools, do you have different houses among which you create a competition? Generally you might have seen in schools there is a Tagore house, there is a Gandhi house, there is a Nehru house. uh, do you have any such competitions between houses? Do you know about this concept? In the same school, there will be different houses. The entire school students will be divided into four or five houses, and they conduct competitions between these four houses within the school itself. Do you have something like that?
sir. I understood what are you trying to say, but sir, I we don't have any such a group in my school.
Oh, that is sad. That is really sad. That is really sad. Probably you can take this up. You can take this up with your principal, with your management, and try to convince them to do something in this regard. Okay, try to convince them to do something in this regard. देखिए मैं जहां भी मैं थोड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस बोल रहा हूं, मैं 2-3 बार रिपीट कर रहा हूं, ठीक है, कि आपको वो,
So take this up.
yeah, you need to take this up with your management. You need absolutely wonderful. You need to take this up with your school management or your principal, and just suggest, because these are all extremely important. Basically, these happens in good schools, probably schools in the city. They have this, so you can do something regarding this one. Okay, I think we have probably with this we have come to the end of the session, Arvind. Wonderful session one more time. I think we have really did some great learning in this session. जो आपने सीखा है इसमें विसिनिटी हो या फिर टेक दिस अप हो और यू कैन कम अप विथ हो, दीज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, ट्राई टू मेक सम सेंटेंसेस। ओके, ट्राई उसको अपना अपने आप में अंदर में ढालने की कोशिश कीजिए इन सब वर्ड्स को,
Okay,
तब वो आपका एक अंग बन जाएगा, वो आपका एक पार्ट बन जाएगा तब। ठीक है।
sir, I want to know one from you, your side that it can be personal. Sir, I cannot, I couldn't book your session for last 2 or 3 days. When
Two
I
or three days. No,
for
two
three
or
days,
three days. 2 or 3 days I was not active, Arvind.
that's
Last
why
3 days,
whenever I
yeah,
tried,
last
it was yes, sir.
I did not open any slots because of some personal work. I did not open, but it will not happen very frequently. Generally, 9 to 11 o'clock, I will keep my sessions open entire week. So
Okay, sir.
I'll wait for your next class so that we can take something else and talk.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, bye.